welcome back, everyone, everybody that's here live and everybody that'll be here tomorrow. Welcome to another show of The Uncomfortable Truth. I'm your host, Mr. Mark McBride, and as you can see, Mrs. JB is not here tonight, and the reason why she's not because she just happens to be having some issues, and we're going to wish her all the best and hope she gets back on her feet, and she'll be back next week. So I want everybody out there to say a prayer for her, make sure her and her family are covered, and she's going to be back here. But, she gave us, the thumbs up and says she'll be watching from wherever she is. Okay, so tonight is still going to be a great show. We got a lot of individual guests, and we have all of the individual hosts from our sister show right here on the network. And without any further ado, but before I do bring them in, I will need everybody out there to make sure they subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we're going to be dropping another show. And if you want to be adding something to the show, you want to comment that you want us to stop and talk about it immediately, go ahead, hit the super chat. And without further ado, Mr. Operator, could you bring in all of my co-hosts of the in case you didn't know. Oh, yes, everybody. Welcome. Give a round of applause for the whole guest. We got a whole screen full tonight. We got a whole screen full. And before I go any further, hey, Miss Sherry, could you please introduce everybody and the individual show that y'all on so we can let everybody know when to tune in and who is what and where is what? Go ahead.
Actually, I'm going to pass it over to, our point guard, Lolo. Go ahead,
okay. Lolo.
Yes, sir.
So who is everybody and what is the name of y'all show?
Okay, so we are the host of the show After Dark. We air every Tuesday on this channel, Atlantic Cast Network at 9 p.m. Hey, Freaky family, we see y'all. Jazzy, Derek, Puerto Rican Coffee. We see all y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to start with everybody's favorite bottom who got today.
I'm a bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, smart ass today, huh?
Okay. At the top with the drink. We have Harlem Boy underneath you, Mr. McBride.
Hey, Boochie Cat. That's King Boochie Cat.
Yep, Boochie Cat.
Okay, so for those of you guys that are new to the phrase Boochie Cat, women have coochie cats, men have boochie cats. And we're
So tell every time you hear the word Boochie Cat, take a shot with us.
Okay. All right. I'll make sure I do that.
Yeah, I'm just sipping on Coke tonight because last night they already had me drunk. So
all right, so in the middle, I have my sexy sister, Soldier Girl.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing tonight?
Soldier Girl.
We got Pit Stop Skeet in the middle.
Skeet.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
On the side of me, I have my other gorgeous sister, Temptation.
She's the innocent one.
Well, she sucked the hell out of that damn.
She's the innocent one.
God.
Very innocent.
All right.
So we have Hulk, who needs no introduction.
Oh, of course not.
He's the Scorpio.
Next to me, we have CJ. CJ is my other half, one of my other halves.
Hello, CJ.
My main other half. I'm just playing. And then I go by the name of Lolo.
What's going on?
Lolo.
Hey, well, welcome everyone, and everyone welcome. So let me go into the topics of the night, and let me introduce my co-host.
Yeah, there we go.
I got this. I got it.
Yeah.
Let me introduce my co-host. Everybody say what's up to Denisha, aka Nisha. Yeah,
Nisha.
Yeah.
Hey, Nisha.
JB is my sister, so JB approves. Okay, so listen.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason why
day.
I invited y'all on tonight, I've been made aware of y'all show and how freaky it gets, and I haven't had the pleasure of being able to get on myself yet. But when I came up with these topics, I was like, you know what? I need to get their, thought process on the situation as well. So we can have an uncomfortable truth, and it can be comfortable or uncomfortable. We can get nasty. It can be whatever it is you want. But of course, you already know what the name of this show is. It's going to get a little uncomfortable at times. So, there is no lines. There is no rules. Say what you will. Say what you want. We just don't want to disrespect nobody. Let's not go, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what it is. So, Mr. Operator, the first topic of the night is, why do women/men fake orgasms? Why is this a thing? Why is it happening?
I heard that you a good person too. Kizzy told me to tell you she love you. I come to tell you love. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, King. Enjoy your day. And don't forget what LaShanta say. I come here to honor you this very day. Happy birthday. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. It's a King day. It's Freddie B day. Enjoy yourself. Don't forget LaShanta say. Have a great day. Enjoy your birthday. Don't forget what your girl said. Happy birthday. Have a great day. Enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday. Cause Kitty told me to make sure I say, have a great day. Happy birthday. He is a kid.
Happy
birthday, Mark!
Man,
Happy birthday, old man!
Y'all trying to find a better
ooh,
song.
that mouth.
Exactly. I was like, out of
Listen,
all the
don't do that
individuals,
lady like that, because let me tell you, that is one of the
individuals, you
success
coulda got to sing
stories
that song to
from
me.
my 600-pound wife. She was on that show, and she's actually one of the ones that made something out of herself.
Really?
All right.
Yeah,
I
that song,
ain't mad at
that,
her.
that song went triple platinum.
Okay.
Listen,
Huh.
this song that how you twerk or something that come on in the club now.
Thank you, operator. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So, back, why do women and men/fake orgasms? Next is going to be, do you want lust or love? Like, really, truly. If we get down to it, we peel the onion all the way back and we dig down to it. What do you really want? Is it lust or love? And last but not least, do body count matter? It's been all over TikTok. It's been all over all other kind of platforms. And we're going to tackle it tonight here on The Uncomfortable Truth. I'm about to go live also on Facebook and Instagram so we can get those individuals to jump in on the show. But while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and bring up the first topic. And that is, why do women and men fake orgasms? I'm going to go last, and whoever wants to go first, go ahead and start talking.
Quick question. Has anybody in these 9 squares faked the orgasm?
Nope.
I have.
It's a waste.
Absolutely.
It's a waste. I don't got time.
That's bullshit.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few
There's a lot of
times.
lying. There's a lot of
I
lying.
mean, the dick was trash.
A lot
Dick
of
was
cap
trash.
already.
I was just trying to be nice.
No,
They did something.
no, we
They
not
think they
gonna
did something. Like, ooh, daddy. Daddy. It's yours, man. It's yours. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, Sam, it's yours.
You gotta stop saying my name every time you had your little fantasies, nigga.
Can't help it. You my dream man, Sam. You know that. You my dream man.
I think a lot of times individuals will get into situations where they actually enjoy the human aspect of the person. They like the personality, they like the everything that they provide to the relationship, but the sexuality, the sexual aspect of the situation may be lacking. And the reason that it is because the individual has had so much experience with so many individuals and so many different objects that one human could never satisfy that person. And the problem is because we believe, a lot of individuals believe that they can do what they want, when they want, as long as they want. And then all of a sudden, 20, 30, 40 years of that, you think that you can settle down with one human and they can actually give you the attention that all social media channels have, all of the toys, all of the random people that you had that was taking care of all these individual things that you liked that one person never could. You may have one person that ate your ass better than anybody else. You had another person who could suck your dick better than anybody else. You had another person who could ride better, fuck better. But you was getting satisfied because you had a person that could take care of each one of those needs. Now, because you want to settle down and you want to be with one person, you cannot be fulfilled. questions, answers.
Well, why would you settle down with somebody who can't satisfy you?
Or even come close to? I just want to say, first off, faking can be alleviated with open and honest communication.
Period.
So talking to your partner and even telling them, like me, I mean, I would say young me, I'm not going to say I would fake it, but maybe I wouldn't say anything. Me now, I'm going to let you know, yo, hey, nah, rest up because I did not get mine. Or I'm going to grab my vibrator and then I'm going to get myself excited and wait for you to be ready. You know,
Period.
So it's different times in your life. Number one. Number two, I mean, to me, it goes back to what I said, that communication. So whether you're with that person, if you're going to make it work, you're going to talk to that person and you're going to tell them you're going to have a relationship like my sister and brother. You know, you're going to open it up and you're going to keep being creative to make your sexual experience good, happy, exciting.
Now, for me, there's a difference. Like for me, if you're a person that was talking shit beforehand, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn you out. I'm gonna eat that ass better than anybody else. I'm gonna suck that dick better than anybody. If you're talking all that shit beforehand, don't come with bullshit, because at that point, when you're not doing it, I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what? Do you got some porn and a towel? Because I'm gonna go take care of myself. Then I'm going on home. But if you're somebody that's approaching this sincerely, tell me what pleases you. I don't know your body the way. Tell me what you want me to do. Let me pay. If you're paying attention to how my body is working and the sounds you're making and the way I'm breathing, you're gonna know whether you're actually pleasing someone or not.
Well, for me,
I got a question. I have a question. So I get women. I know how we do it, but how do men fake an orgasm?
Easy.
That's easy.
Easy as hell.
Okay.
Go ahead, Skeet. Skeet, answer that question, Skeet.
I'll tell you why. 9 times out of 10, my shit, I'm tired. You got yours.
That's it.
I got you to the point where you shaking and you in the wet spot and you like, oh, you come yet? Yeah. I got mine 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know, y'all gotta understand that especially a man with experience. A man with experience, sometimes he can get to the point where he loves you, and this is going to go further into the next topic, so I'll try not to cross lines. You get to the point where a love for someone is so great that the sex part is not always the necessity for us to be satisfied with you. When we first start off with a person, you can evolve to the point where you're not lustful. You're not looking at them as a lust. It's not a lust situation. It's a love. And now you almost have a family type of relationship. And you are horny, and I just not happen to be full of lust or horniness that day, but I'm going to still make sure you're satisfied. But I'm make you satisfied to the point where I see that you're good. And guess what? Now I'm going to sleep because I was tired in the first place. So that's fatality.
Let me go back to my question, because I'm assuming that anytime y'all orgasm, there's a nut with it. Mm-hmm. So how are you faking an orgasm and there ain't no nut? Where's the cum at?
So, I got it.
I
don't have no orgasm in a job.
Everybody's different.
I hide a turkey baster.
Help me out.
Go ahead, Skeet.
All right, so easy. So all right. A lot of us, especially, and we're all the way over in the corner. We don't use rubbers no way. So at this point,
I can't say that, Skeet. I can't say that.
I mean, at this point, once I get to the point, like, all right, so my experience was like she had a great personality, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We got to a point where we were fucking, and when I got in there, I was like, oh shit, this shit is trash. Fuck! I had to keep spitting on it and shit. I was like, damn it. I nutted. She was like, where you nut? I was like, I just nutted in you. It's
well, now I don't know if anybody else has this ability, but I have the ability to be able to have multiple ejaculations without actually climaxing.
Yeah,
it's called a dry heave.
Exactly. I can ejaculate, and my penis remains hard. But there's a final one that empties me, and then now I'm shaking and I'm done and I'm sleepy.
I tell your mama you ain't shit.
That doesn't mean it's night time. I just ejaculated a couple of times. I see you're good, and now I'm gonna act like, okay, oh shit, woo, girl, you the best. Night time. But
that's called a dry heave. We get those. Everybody gets them. Most dudes get those.
But hold on. But when you say ejaculate, when I'm hearing ejaculate, I'm hearing.
Yeah. No, you're getting all the sensations except you're not.
No. Orgasm.
No. I mean,
you're
actual sperm ejaculate.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
So you're coming, but you're not having an orgasm. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
It's like climaxing. So it's having an orgasm.
Yeah,
that's
not make no sense to me.
Okay, listen. You can. I don't like. I said, there's not a lot of people who have this situation.
That's like good
as a multiple ejaculator, meaning you can ejaculate multiple times during one sexual session, and it doesn't affect you physically until you empty your tank. Like you have no more to come out, and that's what.
That ain't me. Okay. That ain't me.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
I know what you're talking about, but
when I shoot, I'm emptying the tank.
Yeah, see, there's some people who ejaculate all at once, like you want to lose tank that empty all your poison on one bite, you know.
But see, the catch is
for everybody. I bite.
But hold on,
bite.
Mark, you would have been real popular at the bathhouses back in the day.
Oh no.
Let me tell you something. What I found. Let me tell you something odd about myself that I've learned. I can have multiple orgasms with a woman, but I can only have one at a time with a guy.
That shit is so disrespectful.
The lies.
Yes, I can. I've done it.
Can't be that good, don't it?
But see, it's the difference in texture. Is it safe to say texture?
Texture.
Yeah.
The difference in texture.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be
that good.
Yeah.
Hey, it's called
you talking about both buttholes, or you talking about a vagina and a butthole?
A vagina and a butthole is two different. A boochie cat and a coochie cat, the texture is totally different.
Totally different.
It's totally different. I'm not sure who all on here is into anal besides the gay men. Because when I say anal, I'm talking about anal with a women for y'all straight ones, okay?
I think it depends on the person, because some people are so stretched out they ain't even got to push the shit.
But
well, my shit. I've had multiple orgasms with women. I mean, I stay inside and I just skeet. And I just keep moving, and it'll get up hard again, and I just keep on going. But I cannot do it with Boochie Cat. It just doesn't work.
And you get to the point
where
you
fucking in. It sounds like you get more enjoyment out of fucking pussy.
I'm still turning him.
That's not what he said at all. He said
it's not. Go ahead.
The booty finishes him off quicker than y'all do.
But it has not. The reason why I'm with men is not for the sex.
Oh my god.
Sex is. I can get sex anywhere.
This nigga's scared.
I'm not with a man because of sex. I'm with a man because of companionship.
Look, I'm gonna tell you honestly, he can talk all that romantic bullshit if he wants to. I'm with the man because of the sex and the companionship. Okay. And I have had both. I was dating and screwing women up until I was 26. And I started having sex with men at 21, 22. When I had sex with men, I was like, damn, I was missing that.
My question to everybody on the board is
like apples and oranges.
Is it possible for one person to desensitize themselves by using so many multiple tools, if you will, to get them to the point where once they try to settle down one person, they have made that job extremely difficult for that one person that they are now in love with? Is that possible?
Absolutely. You can overstimulate.
So could that be a reason why somebody is faking an orgasm? Because it is literally impossible for one human, regardless of sex and gender, to be able to satisfy that one person.
I don't agree.
It's more than one reason. It's safe to say it's more than one reason why individuals fake an orgasm. It could be because they're tired. It could be because it's not good. It could be
they really like the person in the morning. Yeah, and make the person feel some kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many different ways that your partner can satisfy you if you have open communication. If your partner is not able to satisfy you,
if you've been fucking baseball,
there are toys, there are stimulators, there are so many ways to do it if you have open communication with your partner.
If you fucking bedpost, ain't no conversation gonna support that.
Well, then let your partner get a bedpost and fuck you with it.
But sometimes you don't know what you like and what you don't like. How are they going to make you happy? Or where is their choice to say, "Hey, I can't do this. I lie about it."
But sometimes it's more mental than physical. Sometimes you can be with somebody that is the sex is trash, but you so into that person that it's pleasing that you get off on it just strictly because you so into that person, even though.
I'm gonna say this. I think you got to be very lacking in experience to not be able to tell that somebody is faking. I mean, come on. If you have the experience, well, I don't know. Hold on. Let me speak when it comes to heterosexual for a second, and then y'all can speak on that side because I don't know. But when it comes to a woman, there are certain things that the body will do that she can't just choose to do on her own. I don't give a damn about no noise.
Oh yeah.
If you ain't got pushback, ricocheting off the goddamn wall, then you ain't faking that. You know what I'm saying? If the whole mattress is, you got to take that out and wring it out. You can't fake that. If she looks like she is possessed and listen, if anything is beautiful in the bedroom, is fake. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you that right now. If she's sitting up there saying, "Oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm coming." No, motherfuckers shouldn't be able to talk. That's real, all right. Coming is ugly. Coming is ugly. You are not pretty shit. Ain't nothing pretty, ain't nothing beautiful about you. It's not.
Hold on. I haven't heard Denisha talk.
Yeah, please. I want to hear.
She's muted. She's been trying to. I've been telling her she's muted.
Yeah,
yeah, you've been muted the whole time.
Oh yeah, you've been muted.
Yeah, we ain't heard you
say
it.
Wait, what?
Nah, she might log out, log in.
Oh, drop back out and come back in, Denisha. We ain't been able to hear you. Okay.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure y'all women can really get in there and be like,
nobody gives a shit about that.
I'm just saying they can do all of that.
No, but with a woman,
when that motherfucker get dry,
they're gonna get moist. The more aroused they are, the wetter they are.
Yeah.
So the fact that a woman starts to dry up, that's gonna give you a telltale sign immediately.
Don't even spit on me. Just go ahead and pack it up. Go home.
Hey,
well, it could be that she's finished.
I go till I get the pushback. If that motherfucker ain't pushing me back, the job ain't done yet, man.
Yeah, back in the day, I have to think back a bit, but back in the day, I ain't never had that problem. All my girls did come, so
that's what I'm saying.
It should.
Do y'all really want to?
Me?
Yeah,
Denisha.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Denisha. Go ahead. You got the floor.
So listen, in my experience, I have learned. I didn't know what. So women have two different type of orgasms, or maybe more. There is the clitoral orgasm and the G-spot orgasm. The clitoral orgasm is it just seems like a very soothing, nice, beautiful experience. The G-spot orgasm is so intense. Literally, for me, I scream every time. And because my partner, stop it. My partner knows that, like, I can't fake it. He knows when I am coming because it's just so intense. Like, I can't help but to scream. So
I love a screamer.
We have to put your hand in the pillow,
it's not a cute scream. It's like you're killing me type scream. That's how intense it is.
That's cool.
We got to put your face in the pillow.
That's cool. I like the WrestleMania.
Yes, no face in the pillow.
I do
Go
have
ahead,
it on the
scream.
pillow.
I like the WrestleMania screams.
The what scream?
Can I add something once you're done, Miss Denisha? Can I add something to that?
Yes, go ahead.
No, once you're finished, I don't want to. I
Okay.
want you to finish your thought.
So all I'm saying is, but so what happens for me is, I think for him, he likes, like, it turns him on, that it causes such a huge reaction in me that he's looking for that every time. And sometimes I will, and sometimes I won't. And a lot of it is where I am mentally. So I know in the times where I have faked it has been really because I know this ain't gonna happen. So let me just, I could tell him, but he'd just be like, it gets almost like, come on now, hurry up, like, you gonna do it? And I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. So, so that's for me when I have faked it recently. Otherwise, when I was younger, I just didn't want the person to feel bad. But as an adult now, I just like, it's pressure. Like, you expecting something that's not gonna happen, just let me be in the moment and enjoy our time together. That's what I'm thinking. So
why is there? Oh, go ahead, Harlem.
No, the thing that I was going to say, because I find that really interesting, because as a gay man, I experience two different types of orgasms, similar to like a woman would experience two different types of orgasms.
Okay.
I experience an orgasm from my penis, which for me is similar to the one that she's experiencing from her clitoris. And when I'm getting penetrated, if they know what they're doing, I get a prostate orgasm, which is that intense, deep, euphoric, I can't control it, ugly look on my face,
right?
Wet, sweat, all of that you're talking about. That's the one I can't fake.
So
I can't fake that if I want to. The one I can fake is that's the lighter one for me.
Right. I can't fake the real one. I can't fake either.
So what I'm saying is, you straight men are missing out on a whole other half of the experience you're capable.
Yep, you're right.
Whole other half of the experience of your body.
It's okay.
And mind you, you don't have to be gay to do it. If you were
no, you do
with your lady playing with your prostate,
Hey, listen.
your lady
Hold on,
could
boy,
do
listen.
that. You don't have to be gay to experience the prostate.
No homo.
I beg
Listen, hold on, boy. Can I say something? For me, when I'm constipated, that shit hurt. I don't want to see what it is on the other side now. Yeah, that shit for fun.
You ever had one of them to drop a chair out your eye while you're sitting on the toilet? I'm not going to voluntarily go for that.
Listen to me. I'm going to tell you right now. And look, this is coming from a straight heterosexual male. I have had women try to do things and put me in situations where just the position alone, you want to eat my ass. No, there's a manly way for me to get my ass ate. I'm
no
not
homo.
getting on my hands and knees. I'm not getting in the back. You ain't lifting my legs up. No, I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I I didn't ask for it.
That's called socialization, because
I don't want my legs up in the air.
It's taboo. It's taboo. Let's just be real. It's taboo. Y'all, everybody thinks that ass play or anal on doing anything to a man's behind is going to make you gay. That's not what makes you gay. If you're straight and all you desire is women, and you talk to your woman and say that, you know what, it feels good when I'm about to nut in you and you play with my ass, there's nothing that makes that gay. There's nothing that makes that gay except your own mind.
All straight men don't think that.
Yeah. Anything that a man does with a woman is not gay.
Thank you. That's what I'm about to say. All men don't think that if you touch their butt, they gay. Nah, it's cool.
Some of you have evolved past that. I get it.
But
listen,
again,
I'm telling you, I had it happen. It happened. I'm saying it right now, live. It happened, and
what
happened? Not uncomfortable with the actual licking of the ass. It was my legs. I didn't like looking at my legs in there. I said stop.
So she should have flipped you over and spread it
no homo.
the other way.
I couldn't. I was uncomfortable.
You got to lay on your stomach.
Yeah.
No.
Get on your side.
Get up in doggy style.
Good night.
You don't even got to do all that. If he went on his back as if the girl is in between his legs giving him a hand, all she got to do is drop her hand down. Your legs already up. They ain't got to be in the air. They still propped up, though, from when she gave me
She just got to turn her head upside down.
saying.
Yeah, you sit on your face. You can sit on your face and bury your face between your legs.
Mark, don't miss the experience.
Just lift my balls up and do what you got to do,
I got
baby.
the t-shirt, just not going
All right,
back.
here's a homework. Here's a homework assignment for the men, and this does not involve.
The guy is on top. You can still eat ass while you're 69.
Wait, here's an experiment for you brothers. All right, and this does not involve anyone putting anything inside your ass.
Just around it.
The next time that you are playing, either masturbating or inside your woman, and you're about to come, put a little pressure on that spot that is right under your balls, between your asshole. That area between your balls and your asshole. Just put your hand and put a little pressure there. You don't have to stick your finger inside. Put pressure on that spot, and you're gonna feel.
Who's doing that?
What you're gonna feel what your prostate can. What your prostate would.
Who's
smells like vagina in here.
You can do it.
He said, "You do it.
You do it. You do it."
Put pressure
The
on
next time, either that you're masturbating or that you are with your lady, put some pressure on there just before you're about to come, and you're going to feel an addition to your regular sensation. Just adding the prostate into it will enhance your experience.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
It does not require someone to stick their finger in your butt.
My baby makes sure I get the maximum out of all my nuts. So,
well, we already know you don't have a problem with your ass being played with. You already said that.
Just wash your ass a little bit longer. See if you like it.
Damn it.
Okay,
you did it already, Skeet.
But again, y'all have to remove.
Please. Oh my God, please.
Yeah, real quick. Y'all have to separate your manhood and all that craziness from just sex. Enjoy sex no matter what it is, no matter what the fuck you do in bed. Enjoy it. Stop over analyzing, overthinking this shit. It's sex.
Right.
You do what you and your partner are doing in the privacy of your home, whether she's dildoing you down or you dildoing her down. Listen
like
listen to me. Y'all have to enjoy whatever the hell y'all do. You don't have to tell nobody what the hell you're doing. Just enjoy what you're doing. You can sit there and say, I ain't never gonna do that, and do whatever the fuck you want.
So
now, if you enjoy doing all of that stuff with a dude, then you're gay.
Over there?
If you enjoy doing that,
I don't get into that. I told you that already.
Heterosexual. It just the what you do is not what makes you gay. It's who you want to do it with.
Exactly.
Detector test determined that was a lie.
Okay, great job. Let's move on. Transition to the next subject, and the next subject is: what is it really that you want, ladies and gentlemen? Is it lust or is it love? And the reason why I asked this question is, on TikTok, we had a conversation, and the conversation was about how women and men, or men and men, or women and women, regardless, when you're in a relationship with a person after a certain amount of time, that the sex starts to decline, either on the woman's side or the male side. And
both.
Or both. And the individual that is still wanting the sex that was present prior to is feeling like the individual doesn't love them no more, isn't attracted to them anymore. And what I'm really trying to explain to these individuals is being in a lustful situation is the beginning stages most of the time. Usually later on in life, you evolve out of the lust into a love where the sex doesn't matter, because at one point in time in our life, we will not be able to do it. We will have to be with somebody, sit our old raggedy ass on the porch, on the fucking front yard, or in the front room watching TV. It ain't shit gonna work. Balls gonna be dried up. Vagina gonna be sealed on. And it's gonna be time to just sit there and enjoy our show. That is the love that you should be looking for, and not trying to stay in a lustful situation, because lust is a feeling that most people start to get addicted to, and then you leave love to go find lust again. Anybody disagree?
No.
I like that.
Totally agree.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So the problem is, can we separate the two and understand that when you are in a relationship with somebody long enough that you ain't fucking every night, they ain't talking about sex every day, and they're okay with just enjoying laying with you, watching TV and falling asleep, that the person is not forgetting about you. It's not that they don't love you anymore. It's not that they're not attracted to you anymore. It's just that you have evolved, and it's not the lack thereof. It's not age. It's not lack of testosterone or estrogen or whatever the case may be. That is something you want to get to. So why is it that women or men are leaving their significant other because lack thereof of lust and sex?
Can I answer that question?
Sure.
It's the whole thing of the grass is greener on the other side. That's what it is. When you've been in a relationship with somebody and you've been getting the same steak every single day, and somebody got some chicken over there and you ain't had no chicken in a long time, you're going to want some chicken. That's where it all
like
extends
vagina
from.
in here.
Wait, Mark, ask the damn question again.
Okay.
I don't know if I fully agree with it.
Okay, I'll ask the question again. I'll simplify it. Ladies and gentlemen, are you leaving love because you miss lust?
Absolutely not.
No.
I find that to be a lie, because the results show we, especially in the Black community, we are the most individuals who have the most children and the most broken homes and the most individuals that are sitting out here talking about sex, and not love. We don't even make love songs no more, people.
Wait, can I add something in here? Because for me, it's not a problem of leaving love to get lust. It's a problem of leaving the lust out of your love.
Ooh,
exactly.
That was
You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. I can love you, and I don't have to have sex with you every day to always want you.
Exactly.
Every time I look at Lolo, I got lust, and I ain't touched her yet. Every time I look at Sherry, I'm like, ooh, damn, the things I would do to you. But I got virgin, so you know it's. But I say all of that to say, you don't have to separate love from lust. You should be able, if you got the right person, you will always lust after your partner.
That's not true.
You will
be a balance.
Then if you don't, then that's the wrong partner.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because I still lust after Tony.
If you've been married, if you've been with somebody 10 plus years, 10 plus 15 years,
I can speak on that, Mark.
Person, they're not walking by you and you're getting an erection just because you're walking by you. You may
Can
get
I
an
speak on
erection
that?
because your testosterone levels are higher that day, but it's not because of the lust was, okay, this is new. We're past the infatuation phase. Go ahead, Pit Stop.
So I've been in both. So me and my wife, I've been with her since she was like 16.
Wait,
what?
How long you been together?
16?
Yeah, so that's like 16 years on and off.
How old were you?
I was 18.
Oh, R. Kelly. We got R. Kelly operating.
Wow.
Nah, I was 18. So
you know, I'm in the same.
I've left like love for lust and play out like that, because it was just like, all right, after the fucking was over, it was just like, what, we gonna play the game or something? Like it wasn't nothing there. So you know what I'm saying? I went back to the love, but I figured out how to balance the lust in between my love. Like, so I do, like, when she walked past me in the house and stuff, yeah, I be trying to hump. I be trying to hunch every chance I get. Like, the other night, she just rolled over like, here, just go ahead, do your thing, man.
So I think that a lot of people wind up cheating on their significant other because they're still feeling like they need that lust. And when you have become accustomed to lust for 10, 20, 30 years because you've been single, and every individual you run into has been a lustful situation, then you finally get with somebody and it evolves into a love that you've never experienced before because you have done nothing but fulfill yourself with lust. You are you are confused and you don't know how to handle it. Therefore, you feel like this person is not attracted to you as much as the other individuals. And that's when some people, not all, but I believe that's when some people leave love to to go find that lustful feeling that they're used to.
That's facts.
I think again.
Hey, can you read that for me real quick while you're talking?
Some people have the need to feel wanted sexually. So if their partner is not feeding that ego of wanting them sexually, they want someone who can't keep their hands off them sexually. I can kind of agree with, but I think
I agree with that.
I think that is coming from folks who, again, are not thinking as deeply about what lust actually is. Like I'm looking at a comment from Brother Parker here, where he says love is emotional, lust is a feeling, it's a craving, lust is a quick fix. I don't agree with that. I don't think lust is just a quick fix.
Give me your definition of lust real quick, sir.
The true depth of lust is like, all right, I'm recently divorced, but when I first got married, all throughout my marriage, I wanted my husband. I lusted after, I craved for it was not just the sexual act. I craved the smell, the touch, the strength, everything about that person.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
You know, all of the things, and I'm sure I see Lolo kind of like, you know, Lolo knows what I'm talking about with CJ. You could see the lust between them yesterday when they were talking about what they wanted to do after they were finished. After they were finished the show. You could see the lust that Hulk has for his husband when he's talking about it. Lust is not just some little quick fix. When lust and love can exist separately, but when you have lust and love in the same person, they expand exponentially.
Now you also
I think again, a lot of people out there are missing the true depth of what it actually is. They're dealing with the surface of it, just like with a lot of brothers. They're dealing with the surface of their sexuality when they feel inhibited to experience all parts of what their body can do. I get it, but I'm just saying you're depriving yourself of what your body is capable of doing, just like you're depriving yourself of what your emotions are capable of doing.
Correct. And I'll say, like I looked up the definition too. So lust is a state of overwhelming sexual and physical attraction to another person. I'll say that's when you're, at the connection part, you're like, oh my God, I'm really feeling this person. This person turns me on, but you don't know the person. I feel love is where you're at the compatibility. You're looking long term, and love is a deeper emotional connection. Yes. And it's usually the desire that you have for the other person. That's what makes you stay. I won't say stay, but try to make things work. Let me say within a relationship, the love. But I agree with you. I feel like we should be able to have the lust and the love together within the relationship. Why can't we make it exciting? Why can't we keep it moving? Like, why can't we? Why does it have to get stale? Why does it have to get dead? Why can't we keep building our relationship like we build a business?
Let me comment on what you just said. Let me comment on what you just said, because that is the terminology right there. It's not dead. See, that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. When the lustfulness, because understand, most of the time when men and women first meet each other, it is all sexual. I don't know you enough to be in love with your personality. I don't have enough experiences with you to be able to say I love you. It's usually lust, because we eat with our eyes first. So when that part has been exceeded by the emotional connection, now I love you like family. Now I'll die for you. This has nothing to do with my genitals while I'm with you. That is an evolution. It's not dead. That's what I'm trying to push, and that's what I want people to stop saying. If somebody gets to the point where they're with you every day and they have committed themselves to you daily, regardless, and they're willing to do anything and everything and die for you and with you, but they don't have that same sexual attraction to you anymore because they don't look at you like that, that individual has evolved from that lustful state. And sometimes, I'm not saying everybody, I'm not saying all, and I'm going to use myself as an example. I have gotten to the point where, if I'm with a person long enough, the sex, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. And I'm just saying that's me. That's me. I'm not saying that's everybody, but that's me. It doesn't matter anymore. It's not a component. It's not.
I want to interrupt you though, Mark, because I feel sex is just as important as sleep. And I'm speaking from a woman's point of view. You know, that to me, that is the best way to connect with your partner. I'm not saying it has to be every day. I'm not saying it has to be penetration, but some type of, intimacy. Let me say it that way. Let me change it from sex to intimacy is just as important as sleep. And I feel that it should not, whether you say go dormant, in my words, dead or whatever, it should be constant, you know?
Can we agree? Can we agree that everybody's levels are not the same and will never remain the same? Can we agree to that?
Never will be.
Some of y'all just might be so fucking freaky. It's never going to go down. It's never going to lower. It's never going to change. Your level's going to be here and it's going to stay there. And that's okay. I'm not saying there's something wrong with you. I'm not saying it's bad. But what I am telling you is this. There are some people, a large group of people, that when they remove themselves from the single lifestyle, because the single lifestyle, the majority of the time you're going out, what are you looking for? You're looking for some type of sexual connection. But when you get with somebody that you have now said, this is my person, and I don't want no more, and I'm not looking no more. Let me tell you something, ladies, especially for heterosexual men, I can speak for them. You don't want them in that lustful mindset. You don't want them to have that lustful eye, because that's when it's not going to be just you. Yeah. He's going to constantly be seeing other people and being lustful for other people.
I don't think
Oh God! Let me finish.
Let me finish. I have talked. Listen, I've talked to many people, many men. All right, and I'm telling you, a lot of these individuals, when they tell me, "Hey, man, I'm in a love where I don't even notice women no more. I don't even see nobody." That's not even in my mind. All I'm worried about is gaining more from my wife and building more for my family and trying to create more to leave to my children. When I go out to the clubs, I don't even feel like I want to be there anymore, because I'm just so satisfied with being next to that person. And I believe, this is just my personal belief, that is a state that you want to reach, because you got to understand that if you're with a person that like she said, sex is like sleep, and you get to the point physically where you cannot provide that service anymore, and we will all be there. Will that person leave you?
You have made so many things that need to be unpacked there, brother McBride. I gotta tell you.
Smells like vagina.
Real quick. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Real quick.
I got a lot, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna say this real quick. Both of y'all are technically right, because I'm like you, Temptation. I still have a high sexual. I still have a where I'm still
that you
wanting.
You had
and Tony
you
and Tony
you want you.
Tony feels exactly like you feel, Mark. It feels exactly how you feel. He can do with or without it, for the simple fact that he feels like our relationship. He feels like our relationship has succeeded sex. And I feel like sex is still
I gotta jump
in
now, because I got it. I got to. I've been trying to.
Oh, that's fine. I just that's fine. You go ahead. I just want to say that because I understand both of them.
Different for different people. He's right.
Okay. First off, there's a component of what you're saying, and I don't know if the sisters feel it, because I heard it, and maybe coming from a household full of women, I understand what I why does for straight men your woman either got to be a Madonna or a whore? Once she becomes your wife, she's no longer an object of sexual attraction. She's no longer a sexual human being once she becomes a mother and a wife. You have got to, as a husband, you've got to be able to satisfy her as a total woman. She is a sexual being. She is a being that wants to be a mother, that wants to nurture and take care of, and she might want to be a whore for you sometimes.
Period.
So lust up if you want to keep that woman 100%. 360 degrees, totally fucking happy. That's number one.
But Harlem Boy, do you agree that everybody, including you, when you first met your significant other, y'all had significantly much more sex in the beginning stages?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
However, lust evolves. Lust doesn't get extinguished. Lust evolves with the love. It becomes incorporated into the love. If you act like lust goes the hell away, you are in problems, brother.
That's just what it is for some
You're not living fully within your relationship if you let the lust die. Once the love comes in, the lust evolves and they grow together. They can exist separately. You can have love and you can have lust. But when they come together in one entity, in one relationship, they become unstoppable. They feed off of one another. They grow. They change. It doesn't only become sexual. You can lust after your partner without putting a finger on them. You can lust after your partner without even being in the same room as them.
Let me ask you something. What is the longest relationship you've had in your life?
Me? My longest one?
Yeah.
8 years.
Okay, listen, my longest is 15. I'm telling you, in 15 years, we were like brother and sister.
Ooh, that's problems, bro.
I'm just
But
saying.
Mark, at that time, you was a different age, with a different level of maturity.
Yeah, I will say we started off young and we grew up together. And that's the reason why that format was there. But when you get, I believe, this is like I said again, this is not, I don't have any statistics to back this up. I don't have any type of studies or anything. From what I've seen and what I've experienced, me personally, when I truly love somebody, when I'm totally 100% dedicated to them, I am not looking at them and I do not experience the same sexual experience that I did when we first started. Later on, it's more of I'm making love to her. I'm using my body to express how I feel about them mentally and emotionally. In the beginning, I'm just trying to know. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. In the beginning phases, I'm fucking her. I'm just getting nuts, and we're enjoying each other physically. There is no emotional or love connection. But once I get there, it is a different experience. And that when I reach that experience, I know that, okay, this is something different and this is something serious. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody. Now, some people may just be a lustful being their entire life and they just want to be fucked. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying there are some people, and you may have one of those people. You may have a person who has loved you who has gotten to a point where their love has grown so much for you that they don't even look at you like that no more. Like I had an individual one time ask me to come on her face, right? I loved her and I couldn't do that.
Bruh.
Wait,
what?
Hold on. Let me finish. You got to understand. Hold on. You got to understand everybody's different.
Right.
Everybody's different. I felt it was disrespectful.
Right.
Because I would do that to a slut.
This nigga's scared.
Somebody I'm just fucking. I'll do something like that. I'll fuck them in front of other people. I'm not letting nobody else see my wife.
Hold on, but you love her so much that you wouldn't honor her request?
Bingo.
Hold on.
Ask for
okay,
it.
listen, hold on. You can say that, but I'm going to tell her how it's going to make me feel, and then if she still wants me to do it, I'll do it. Because guess what? We both are in this together. So if I'm telling her, listen, baby, I feel like it's disrespectful to do that. I don't want to do that to you because I used to do that to hoes, and I don't see you that way. Hopefully, she'll respect that when I say it.
Well, but you know what you'll understand that sometimes she wants you to see her as your hoe in that moment.
Yeah.
Being a hoe in the bedroom does not mean that you walk through life as a whore.
And
in
Mark,
that moment, with your significant other, with your husband, I want to be the hoe for you. Right now, I want to let it all go. I want to let go what society tells me I need to be, how respectful I need to be. I need you to let go of the respect and fuck me like I was the stranger you always wanted. In that moment, live in the moment with your partner. In that moment, you can pick back up the mother role afterwards.
Right. Well, in the great words of Too Short from the Bay Area, you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife.
That's
Cut it
bullshit.
out.
I'm living proof that you can.
You
I'm
It's
living
a
proof
it's a
that you
drop
can.
in.
Mark, let me tell you what
'Cause
you
Hulk
did
a
in that
hoe.
moment when you wanted to sit there and
I was
explain
joking. It
why.
was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. Go ahead.
I'm living proof you
When
can
you
do it.
wanted-
I tell you.
Harlem boy, let me speak.
Go ahead.
So when she asked you to nut on her face and you wanted to explain to her why you didn't want to because you felt like it would be demeaning, you slut shamed her in that moment.
That's okay. It's my
No, it's not okay.
He was okay with it.
No, it's not.
It is because listen, it's the same thing as if I would have asked her to let me go anal and she says I'm not comfortable with that because I had a bad experience in my life. It's the same situation.
That's not the same thing.
Yes, it
not the
is.
same
Hold
thing.
on.
It's not the
Whoa.
same.
You cannot hold on. You cannot negate my feelings as a man because her feelings as a woman. Her feelings is her feelings, my feelings is mine. If she says, hey, I know you want to try anal. I understand that and I appreciate it. I would love to do it for you. However, I had a bad experience and it just makes me uncomfortable. Cool, baby. I ain't worried about it. My goal is to make you happy anyway. Why would I want to do something that's gonna make you happy? And then vice versa. If I tell her, listen, I used to do that to girls in high school that we were running trains on. I don't ever want to see that in your face. I don't ever want to treat you like that. That's just me. So it's the same thing. Y'all
It's
can't
not the same
think because
thing.
it's a woman and it's her and I'm a man. We're two individuals and we're uncomfortable doing the situation.
Well, I honestly feel like
agree with
sometimes women do that because when you look at why men cheat and they want to get with a woman that's gonna do something raunchy, right? So women in my life, to the way I see it, my wife gets like that because that keeps me in the loop of not wanting to go cheat because I got it right here and I got it right here in my household. It's right next to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like
He knows
I'm not,
you and what works
and I
for
like
you.
that, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to. That's like, you know what I mean? When we get in there, yeah, I want her to be nasty. I want to.
You're nasty.
That's what we in it for. You feel what I'm saying? But like when we leave, when we get out the bed, I don't be like. I don't look at her different. She don't look at herself different. She don't walk no different. She keep her chin up. I keep my chin up. It's nothing that's talked about outside of the room, but inside of there, that is her comfort zone to be the woman that she feels or the woman that she wants to be and the woman that I like.
In the words of the immortal songwriter, I can't remember his name, what you won't do, you do for love.
Oh yeah, Bobby Caldwell.
Bobby Caldwell.
Rest in peace.
For love.
Yeah.
If you're not fulfilled
okay,
in
so the question
the house,
is,
you just want to go get
do
it
we
someplace
want
else.
what do we want more as a people? Do we want lust or do we want love? Which one do we want more?
I still say love.
I want a
Love.
twist
So
or a
you
both.
want both together. They both reach their maximum potential together.
Okay, so let me ask you,
So real quick.
are you willing to leave? And I want everybody to answer individually before we move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Are you individually willing to leave love in the lack of having lust?
No.
Nisha, you go first.
Hell no.
Okay, pit stop.
No.
Lolo, CJ.
No.
They frozen
Never
like
find
motherfuckers.
true love.
Okay, got you. Harlem boy, are you what's
Yep.
up?
Yep.
You gonna leave love for, okay. Hey,
Bruh,
you being honest. You being honest.
I can add to that caveat, but if I'm not feeling both, I'm not gonna stay for just one.
Soldier girl.
Depends on the season.
Winter.
Temptation.
My sister.
Hulk.
Of course, I'm going with love because I got both.
But you're gonna go with love though. Okay.
Yeah,
Hell
love,
no.
love.
I'm sticking
So-
with love.
Hold on, real quick before we move to the next topic. Since we have a couple on the panel right now,
Okay.
why don't we ask the couple?
I like it.
When it comes to love and lust, do y'all have both in your relationship?
Do you have the love that you experienced? Do you have the lust that you experienced when you first met?
So actually, speaking in the beginning, we didn't have sex much. I worked so much, and we built our love first before we built our lust.
That's different.
It's the way it's supposed to be, Mark.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna lie, my wife, I didn't get no ass for 2 years.
He said that's different.
It is. Y'all know it is. Y'all been giving up the ass.
That's different for you.
But
No,
for
it's
us,
not.
though, it
yeah.
worked. And then also, I think what's different for us, we have both within our household, and then I'm also one of those. I'm one of those that gets turned on by my husband liking other women. We might be out and be like, "Oh, damn, she was good. They go talk to her."
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, let me
CJ
put the label
living.
out there. I'm sorry. Let me put the label out there. I identify as bi. We are poly, but we also are single.
Okay, now see, this is a total different situation and circumstance. We cannot take their situation, circumstance, and apply it to majority.
To everybody, because it's not.
Exactly, it's not for everybody. That I believe that is a situation where that takes two extremely understanding people to be able to move in that type of situation and have an extreme great contract of what's left and right lateral limits. So my hat goes off to you. Not something I could do, but I understand. So, but when it comes to the Black community, and I'm gonna make this the statement, I have to say this: our results are showing that we, as a whole, are leaving love for lust. Because when I hear people say it ain't like it used to be. You don't give me sex no more. I got this girl on the side. She got a work husband. We leave, breaking up the kids' household. They leaving the school. You got a whole bunch of motherfuckers living in poverty now. Why? Because we want random sex and we want random attention. And this social media lifestyle that we're living is not obtainable. You cannot get the attention. You cannot get the likes. You can't get the freaking constant praise from one person. And I believe it's making us numb, and we're continuously going for something that's not attainable. Go ahead.
Message. I think what's happening with those folks is they're not receiving the lust they would rather be receiving from their partner. I can say for me, one of the reasons why my marriage did not work out was because for a number of years, I was no longer receiving from my partner the lust that I needed within our relationship. So I started looking for what I was missing elsewhere. Because the lust that we had that should have been growing with the love disappeared. Not on my part, but on his. And what I wasn't receiving at home, I started looking for elsewhere.
But if everybody had that mindset, the Black family dies.
Every other,
if we would remember that our partner does not cease to be a sexual being just because they become our partner.
But your
when you fall in love with a woman, she becomes your wife, she becomes your partner, but she doesn't cease being a sexual being.
Let me say this real quick. And I don't care what your genitals are. I don't care what your gender is. All right. I'm gonna get real uncomfortable real quick. I know the Black community is not going to survive by you basing your decisions off of your independent wants and needs. Fuck what you want and need. Our Black families need us to be together. Go jack off or fuck yourself in the tub. We gotta go together. We cannot continue to split up Black families, have Black kids living in poverty, having our Black men over here and Black women over there, fucking everybody because we want to get fucked a certain way or a certain amount of times. This is bullshit.
Hold up, bro. How about if you want to keep your marriage together? Remember that your wife is not just your wife. She is a sexual human being with agency over her sexuality, just like she was before. You putting a ring on her finger did not cancel out her sexuality. You got to satisfy all parts of that woman.
Yes,
just like you got to satisfy all parts of your partner.
Give me where it says in the vows that it is my duty, whether I'm the man or the woman, to satisfy your sexual needs to the end of my life.
For better or for worse.
Tell me the word.
Yes. For better or for worse.
For better or worse.
Hold on. Last time I checked, it says,
and health,
have and hold, I shall, so death do we part. For better or worse,
have and hold.
In health.
And sex is part of your health. Sex is
bingo.
Bingo. You know what?
Calories during sex.
I tell you what. Right now, we're at an 80% rate of our children being born out of wedlock. 80% Black people. So if you want to continue doing what you're doing, I guarantee you, we will be the very last, almost extinct by 2052, like they already projected. We're going to have a zero net worth by 2052 because we continue to do what we want to do instead of what we're supposed to do. Your sexual needs is not the necessity to the village.
What white person projected that, though?
Bruh.
Hello.
It's not.
How the hell did the village come about without sexuality?
I'm saying
without sexuality.
Your grandmother and grandfather didn't stay together because of dick and pussy.
Why not?
Hold on. What I'm trying to tell you is this: we have been in this country for 400 years, and we are about to be surpassed by Hispanics. We have built zero to nothing. We have zero to nothing.
It's because Hispanic relatives still lusting after one another up until the day they die.
Hold on, one at a time. Our community is built on lust and materialistic bullshit. We got more Gucci and we got more fucking Mercedes-Benz than any other group of people, but the dollar stays in the Black community for 8 seconds.
There's a question for you, Mr. McBride.
Paycheck to paycheck, and all our music talks about is fucking and drugs and money. That's what we're talking about. All I'm saying is I think that love, marriage, and family should be put first over your sexual needs and desires.
So why did you get divorced?
Mr. McBride?
So, Mr. McBride.
Yes.
You're in a relationship right now.
Yes.
If you was not in a relationship, would your perspective be the same?
Of course, go check my videos. When I was single, I was still saying the same thing about single people and how they were reacting. Hold on.
I'm talking about the love-lust.
You can go check
we
this.
got off topic.
Hold on.
We got off topic. I'm talking about the love-lust part of it.
The love-lust part. I was constantly. You can check the videos on this channel. I've always been part of saying that we have a community of individuals who want to just enjoy fucking, and then we want to blame each other when the results show. You cannot just go out and just enjoy fucking, and then the guy you was enjoying fucking who had nothing to offer you, and then he couldn't be a father, he couldn't be a husband, and now you're trying to hold him accountable for such fucking responsibilities when he never had the ability to hold those responsibilities in the first place because you're using your vagina for fun instead of building a community. And then when you fuck Buki and Ray Ray and they get your ass pregnant and leave you there sitting up there taking care of a child by yourself, now the community is in a worse situation because our children are last in every statistical category that comes with education, period.
Question. I got a question.
So what you talking about don't have nothing to do with love and lust.
Let's talk about
in the Black community, we gotta
preach this shit every fucking week. Let's get back to the topic. Love or lust.
The topic is we're talking about lust over love in some situations, not everybody, but some situations, and we're actually applauding that rhetoric and notion. No, if you dedicate hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. If you dedicate your life to someone, and that means I'm dedicated to you and the children that we're going to create for the rest of my life. And then the reason why we break up, the reason why I split up our family, the reason why my children are now going to some other school and away from their friends, moving out of the neighborhood that they grew up in, is because you ain't getting enough dick or pussy.
No, it's because you are no longer looking at her as a woman. You're looking at her as a wife and a mother. Her as a woman are different things from those two roles that you want to assign to her.
And which one is more important
than that?
Which one's more important?
Much more than just
all of them are equally important.
Hell no, I am not.
All of them are equally important.
Hold on. So you're saying, hold on, let me ask you something.
Exactly,
what's your name again, sir? With the hat on? Skeet. So you're telling me that Skeet is more important than your position as a father and a husband?
No,
exactly. So they're not all equally important.
All my hats are equal. When I put on this hat, it carries the weight of everything that I do.
As a man,
I don't ever take this hat off. This hat carries the weight of everything I do, so all my hats are equal.
Exactly. So if your wife was not able to provide the sexual satisfaction she did prior to having children, if she didn't look the same prior to having your children,
it's my job to pull it out of her, though.
I know. I'm saying if you don't,
Thank you. Thank you, Skeet.
I'm saying
Thank
Your
you.
job to
Thank
pull it
you.
out of it. It
Thank
didn't
you.
matter if she
Thank
don't.
you.
You know, after a woman has a baby, their body goes through changes.
Skeet, you gotta listen
Thank
first
you.
before you respond.
So it's
What
my
I'm saying
job to pull her sexual desire back out of her.
I totally understand what your job is. I just told you if you can't. If she has postpartum, if she has some type of medical situation, and she cannot provide the sexual satisfaction she once did, you're telling me you're going to walk away from her?
Never.
No, what you're going to do is communicate with your wife, and y'all are going to figure that part out together. You're not going to act like those parts don't exist anymore. You're not going to act like those parts don't exist anymore. You're going to talk to one another. You're going to reason together. You've done cleaved onto this woman. You're going to figure out, okay, how do we satisfy all parts of ourselves, both of us, within the framework of our marriage? How do we work it out? You're going to work out that problem together, brother, but you're not going to solve a problem by ignoring it or acting like it doesn't exist.
And
you communicate with your woman. How do I satisfy you? Now that my ding-a-ling no longer works, how do I satisfy you within the framework of our marriage? Or honey, now that my coochie I can't do nothing with my coochie no more. How do I satisfy you within the confines of our marriage? You communicate with one another openly and honestly, and then you can solve any problem together. You can stay together. You can work it out together.
Totally understand and I totally agree with you.
Away.
Totally understand and I totally agree with you. Now, I can respect what you're saying because at least you came up here and you was honest up front. You said, listen, I'm leaving. But the rest of y'all are being hypocrites right now because you said you staying. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh no, fuck that. I better have my lust or I'm the fuck out of here. No, stay on one side of the goddamn fence.
You two some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
If I don't have lust and love, I'm leaving.
He's
If
the
I
one
don't
that
have
said
both
that.
of them, I'm leaving because the whole
I know.
part of
I
me
gave respect
is not being fed. If all of me is not being fed, I'm no longer staying.
If you have
I'm not
that
staying
type
at
of
the table
mindset,
if love is no longer being served, and I'm not staying at the table if the lust is no longer being served.
That part.
Listen,
That part.
if you are that individual, I ask you and I beg you, for the sake of the Black community, please do not get married.
But the difference is he's not bringing kids into the equation either.
If you're willing to leave and break up another Black family because of lust, do not get married. Stay single.
Why did you? So, if you don't mind me asking, why did you get divorced?
Yeah.
2 years of individuals being separated in the military. She was active duty. I was active duty. Like I said, we had got to the point where we were brother and sister. I raised my children to be 16, 15 years old. So then we decided, hey, we're better off being single. Being away from each other because we have a better relationship being single. We stayed away from each other due to the military. I got deployed to Afghanistan for a year. As soon as I got back, she went to Afghanistan. 2 years we were separated. She was in a whole other new relationship. Why am I going to try to fix that? So we decided, okay, you know what? We're better off just being friends, and we can continue to raise these children together. I did everything I could to make sure that family stayed together, but it got to the point where we were separated for 2 years, and there was no bringing it back together. It had nothing to do with lust or lack thereof.
Can I?
That's absolutely fucking lust.
It was a lack of lust.
Being a child of divorce myself,
lost along the way.
Being a child of divorce myself, okay, my parents stayed together way longer than they should have.
No such thing.
I'm just gonna be real. You staying together for the children? That ain't helping them children.
Yep.
Okay, go tell that. Hold on. Harlem boy, would you go with your mom or your dad?
Witnessing two people staying together, but they are not feeding one another was more damaging to me as a human being than loving my parents separately.
Okay,
I became a healthy individual when I was able to see my parents.
That's cool.
Them in different healthy relationships.
So what you're saying? Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. We're better off as a community with everybody being single individuals, separating our income and our funds and our ability to build and grow. Okay. I just want to make sure.
What I'm saying is this.
I want to make sure.
If you're in a relationship, if you are in a relationship where your entire being, your physical, spiritual, emotional, and sexual self is not being fulfilled within your relationship, I'm saying to you, you are positively in the wrong relationship.
And that's, my friend, right there, I believe is 100% bullshit. That's
bullshit.
Hold on. The reason why I say that is this. As a husband and as a wife, you are to provide selfless service. It is not a service, it's selfish service. It's a selfless service. See, y'all have no problem giving your service to these raggedy ass kids. They don't destroy your ass. They don't take out the trash. They don't clean the car. They don't fucking pick up behind themselves. They fat raggedy ass in there playing video games. You have a problem serving their ass all of your life. And they don't do shit for you. But then you got a human, a man or a woman, that is there to dedicate their life to you, to be with you, and your ass is old and gray, and your kids ain't gonna come back and do shit for you. And then you don't turn your back on them because your selfish ass ain't get something. As a husband and as a wife, your job is to provide selfless service to that individual, just like you do for your child. And if you don't agree with that, stay single, because it is a position that you are holding. Hold on, let me finish. I'll let you go, I promise. As an individual who is coming into a family, you are creating a family, a fucking family. It is not about you anymore. It is not about you. It is about the family aspect to grow the Black community. We are the most selfish, highest educated, most money makingest group of people ever walked this earth in the Black community. And we are fucking up. Our Black community is trash. Why? Because everybody is selfish. You want your own house. You want your own cars. You want your own clothes. Mexicans got 50 motherfuckers in one house.
Okay, Mr. McBride, because you are going off on a McTangent. You went off on a complete McTangent, and some of what you just said does not make any, has nothing to do with what we were talking about. First of all, you cannot have a healthy family. You cannot have a healthy family without a healthy marriage. The marriage is based on the relationship between the man and the woman, or the man and the man, or the woman and the woman. That marriage is the foundation that the relationship and the family is built on. If you have a relationship where both partners are not fully being fed by one another, that marriage will not survive. That house will be on a rocky foundation no matter what. No matter what you do.
So you're telling me that
dedication to your children is not going to save a marriage. Having children does not save a marriage. Satisfying your partner is what keeps your marriage together. Realizing that your partner is a 360-degree full human being in every aspect, and knowing that you need to touch and fulfill every aspect of that person you have made your commitment to is what builds the foundation for a family.
I believe you.
And if you can't do that, then no, you don't have any business being in a family with that person. Yeah, do we as Black folks need to make better choices about who we make those families with? Yes. Don't make a family with someone who you cannot feed, the 360-degree individual. Don't have babies with that man or that woman. Don't have the relationship with someone you cannot be with 360 degrees.
So are you telling me that people can't evolve sexually in the marriage?
Bruh, I'm saying that you don't just evolve sexually. You evolve or grow together, or you evolve and grow apart.
I mean, like at the beginning, what I'm saying is, let's say in the beginning, sex was minute. You know, it was minor. It was minor in the relationship. But as she got older, her sexual appetite became more stronger. Like a lot of women, they get more sexual as they get older. Can that happen? That can be true, right?
Yes, that can happen.
Okay, then. So I was able, when we first got married, to satisfy her just fine. But now all of a sudden she hit 45 and I'm 55. My sexual peak has gone down and hers has gone up. This is a common situation in the community.
Well, here's your solution, brother. You have a conversation with your wife whose sexual peak is going up while yours is going down, and y'all figure out how you work it out.
Okay,
but figure out, okay, well, sweetie, I don't have the stamina or the physical ability to keep up with that. What do we need to do to make sure that that part of you is happy, that part of who you are is satisfied? What do we do?
Is that
you have that conversation with her? You don't ignore that part of her. You acknowledge that is a problem in the relationship, and then you work together to fix that problem.
I'm just saying, is that grounds to leave the relationship?
If you can't fix it, and you're not happy in that relationship, your children are not going to be served by a relationship where you're not happy.
Your happiness is not the basis of a family and its originality and the reason why it was created. Your individual happiness is not the reason why you go and create a family. You don't bring children in this world to make you happy. You bring children in this world to provide for them. Bring children in this world to provide for the children.
Bruh,
you marry a woman.
You bring children into this world. The children are a function of the relationship that you have with your
Let me
spouse.
finish what I'm saying, and I'll let you go. You do not marry a person for your own individual wants and needs. You do not.
Bruh, but your individual wants and needs are just as important as that other one.
I got
children's wants and needs.
Have you
They're all
ever
important.
see the problem with
everybody go?
I think the problem with a lot of people today is you don't get joy out of doing for others. You
Brother
get joy.
McBride, where did everybody else go?
I don't know.
Everybody else?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think we chased everybody else.
No. Operator, he's trying to get me to switch topics. Okay, bring everybody back on. Hey, it was a good conversation. You know,
Yes, it was.
It was getting good. Okay, operator, I got you. It's 10:22. Last topic of the night. It was really good. I think it was getting juicy. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we'll agree to disagree. Okay, last topic of the night. Ladies, this is especially going to come towards y'all. I can't wait to hear what y'all got to say. Does body count matter? Denisha, you're the co-host. You're going to start off. Go ahead, Denisha.
I say hell yes. It matters to me. I'm gonna just be honest. I can only speak for me. I can't speak for everybody. But I understand that men, y'all have a pat on the back for the most women that you have. But for me, you know, I look at, I don't know. I want to feel like I'm special. If you out there fucking everything, your value goes down in my eyesight, because to me, I know that I hold myself to a certain standard. So I'm not going to get with somebody who is just fucked everything in creation, because in my eyesight, it's just you've devalued yourself.
Yeah,
and it's
but
a
how do
certain
you know?
mindset.
How do you know?
Do you ask?
No.
I mean, and then what if they don't tell the truth? So I'm just like, to me, hopefully through all them fuckings, they got some experience. You know, that's what I would look at.
That's what I'm saying. Body count don't matter.
It matters to me.
I mean, I don't think it needs to be discussed. I think you need to take tests, make sure everybody's clean, and go from there.
But then just imagine now you walk in somewhere with your man, and your man done had every woman in the room. You feel special?
Yeah, but how would you know?
How would you?
How would you
You
know?
know, them women gonna make sure you know. You'll know.
A lot of women do feel
me.
special because they got the man. That's why a lot of black men in black communities are able to have multiple children with multiple women all in the same community. That's why Nick Cannon is able to get 10 women pregnant in the same year, because they
Mark,
do.
why are you speaking right now? I thought you was going to let the women speak.
I was responding to what she said.
Anyway, I don't think it counts. It's nobody's business. Experience is the best learner. And so, yeah, if I just been with one person, I try to get with somebody else who is very experienced, and I've only been with this one person, I'm not going to please him.
I guess
I'm not going to measure up to what he's looking for.
I guess my thought is,
and whoever my man was with prior to me, as long as he's clean now, ain't none of my fucking business.
Well,
I don't care
I have
where
a
we
different
go.
perspective
It's his
on
job
that.
to make me feel respected. So
I have a different perspective, because you can look at it from experience, because they've been with a whole bunch of different people. But when you're married and you're with your spouse and you're trying different things with each other, you can still gain experience that way.
Amen.
I mean, you don't have to have
Amen. Let the church say amen.
I'm a single woman, and I'm speaking from a single perspective. So our perspectives are totally different. I get what you're saying, but I'm a single woman.
She's single too.
You don't have to.
Okay, good. It sounds like
I'm speaking so I've been married. You've been married too, soldiers. So we could speak from both. You know,
Absolutely.
being married and being single. And to me, I mean, I don't even want to know. Like, I know my body count is low. However, I don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I've been with this many men or something like that. Why say that?
No, I don't ask.
My body count is sky motherfucking high, and I'm not worried about what anybody thinks about it. It's my business. I'm joking.
Can I?
I've had a couple in my life.
Can I add something? Can I?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Of course, Harlem boy.
Okay, so for me, body count, and I may look at this very differently because yes, men are given way more leeway with body count than women. I think that's bullshit. Women have libidos just like men do, and some women's libidos require more, and some require less. Some men's require more, and some men's require less. There's no reason to shame anyone about that. For me, when someone asks about body count, I don't choose to discuss that with someone. It's not your business. What was in my past. Now, what you want to be concerned with is what I bring forward into the future. Something that you said, Sherry, that I just want to and this kind of goes along with the whole shaming part of it, is we need to remove terms of stigma off of people, off of health conditions. If someone has had, has an STD, we need to stop referring to that as clean or dirty. That person has just got a health issue. It's not clean, it's not dirty, it's not something to stigmatize, because it's the language of stigma that makes it hard for people to talk honestly about those kind of things within a relationship.
Say it again. Amen.
To tell somebody, you know what? I have something, so I need to refrain.
Go get checked.
Yes, no, but I'm saying, so we need to just remove the language of stigma, because it is important that we talk honestly with one another about those things.
Yes,
it's important that we do it, and in order to make people comfortable doing that, we can't sit there and be like, okay, you're dirty because you had it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And let me add something real quick.
You have an issue.
Whatever you have, go from there, but not like dirty. Like, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, because you said, if you have, let's make sure we're all clean. I was like, so that indicates that somebody could be, if somebody's clean, then somebody's dirty. Let's remove that language from it. I get what you're saying, but let's discuss our sexual health and make sure that we're on the same page.
There you go. Get an A on the test.
Okay. Hey, operator, put me on for real quick. Listen, I think that a lot of people are not paying attention to the psychological aspect of why women are judged differently than men. And I'll give you a scientific, and then I'll give you a hood analogy. Hood analogy is this. Okay. If somebody has a key and it can open all the locks, that's called a master lock. If somebody has a lock and it can be opened by all the keys, that's called a shitty lock. Okay. You got an individual that has the ability to choose. And this is the reason why it's looked down upon women. Ladies, you got to understand, you have the ability to select who your partners are. Men have to earn the ability to be selected. So at 18 years old, both individuals, a man and a woman, we start life off in two different aspects. As an 18-year-old female or 18-year-old woman, you have the choice to allow a man to impregnate you. You be his wife, you take care of the children, and you can have a whole house and a husband at 18, and nobody can tell you're not a grown woman. Because at 18, you are eligible to choose to allow a man to do that to you. And you can have that immediately. A man cannot do that. Most men have to earn the position and the title man. You have to go out and be able to provide, and you have to be able to, the word man is attached to adult male that has completed work. A woman is you just legal. As long as you're legal of a legal age and you are doing what you're supposed to do, you're a woman. So the reason why you have the ability to choose, and if you allow any and everybody constantly in and out of your body, you are looked at as having poor decision-making skills. And it's a natural.
Same for a man.
No, it's not. Because a man, hold on. Excuse me. Let me finish. What I'm saying is a man has to gain the ability. Only the top 20% of all men are able to have sex on a consistent basis. Why do you think women are becoming millionaires on OnlyFans? Majority of men do not have the ability to have sex on a consistent basis. And that's the reason why a man that has the ability to have multiple women within his community is looked at as something as a wow, he's accomplishing something, because majority of men, hold on, let me finish, let me land. The majority of men cannot do that. The majority of men do not have those choices. If you have 10 men go to the club, 2 of them probably know they're getting some ass that night. The rest of them know it's lotion and Pornhub. They know. Okay, so the reason why you're looked at poorly is because you can be a cyclops with a kickstand for a leg and have a dick attached to your shoulder and still you ain't gotta have no motherfucking requirements whatsoever in order to get penis. You could be a homeless woman with a fat ass and get dick tonight, okay? You ain't gotta try nothing. You ain't gotta accomplish shit. All you gotta do is be available. A man can't do that.
I'm sorry you went through that, man.
God, let me finish though. Let me land. I'm about to land. So what I'm saying is this is the reality of the mindset. I don't know if it is for everybody, but for most heterosexual men, when they see a woman who allows multiple individuals to have access to her body with no requirements, they look at her as having poor choice ability. Go ahead.
What is your source? What's your source?
That was a lot. That was a lot.
I am a heterosexual man.
No, what is your source?
I'm a heterosexual man.
No, that's not what I asked you.
You're saying like you're saying that's just from your life experience.
This information.
Okay, here I'll tell you what. Y'all go ahead and I'll pull up the actual study. Okay, I'll pull it up for you.
I'm saying, but them is white people study though. I know it.
Oh, here we go. I guess only white people have education now.
I'm just saying. I know they not. I know those are not polls taken in the urban communities.
Okay, we're gonna find out. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna.
Anyhow, back on topic. Does body count matter? In my opinion, it does not matter. However, I'm one of those people where, one, in my situation, you can't really stay focused on body count. To me, body count doesn't create necessarily experience. You can fuck people, but still don't know how to please a man or a woman. Body count does not matter. However, I'm one of those people now. I'm one of those people. I want to know the name of the people, because if I'm ever in the same room with that person, nobody should be able to come and tell me something about my man or my bitch at the end of the fucking day that I don't already know.
Lolo, if it happened before you, it ain't none of your business.
I don't care about what they did. I like to know who, because how we started out in our relationship in the very beginning, there were women coming out the woodwork, people I worked with. They came up to me, hey, you know, I fucked your nigga. Hey, we did all this different type of shit and stuff like that. I don't care. I don't get upset about that. I just like to know, because if I'm in the same room with these people, I need to know how to treat them.
That's what I said. The women will let you know.
Bingo.
But the catch is, why can't
it don't bother me.
why can't, if we in the room, why can't I tell you at that time versus we sitting down at the dinner table. We sitting down at the hold on. We sitting down.
We're gonna run down the list of all these different bitches. First of all, for my husband, there's too many freaking bitches. We don't got time for that. There's too many dates to sit there and be like, okay, on this
because that's
date,
thousands and thousands of people.
Well, I got thousands.
Even in the past. The thing is what happens when you two are together. That's when you should be worried about, and that's where there should not be a body count. That past body count, that's where it is. Leave it there. The body count in the past.
I still a pass.
Nah, you don't even know about that shit.
I don't care
I just
about
don't want to be with a male hoe. I don't want to be with no male hoe. I just don't.
Well,
every
you
man
don't
is
want
a
to be
hoe.
with a man because all them motherfuckers is
every
hoes.
man is a hoe. Exactly.
She got a lollipop on a silly straw.
Well, I'm gonna just say I resent being called a hoe.
I'm sorry.
I am not a hoe. I'm a slut. Maybe I may be a tramp.
Okay, slut.
I might be a tramp, but I am no hoe.
I don't mean to offend.
You're not
No,
a hoe.
but on the real, we gotta stop again. Let's get away from language of stigma. If you want your partner to be honest with you about now, Denisha, there's nothing wrong with wanting someone who has a low body count. That's fine. If that's what you want, there are brothers out there that exist that are that. But don't shame people that have it, that have a body count. We don't, but calling them a hoe, because you're calling them a hoe in serious.
Slut shaming.
I can call them a hoe in joking.
I apologize.
You're calling them a hoe in serious.
Oh no, we're not offended. We're not offended.
Not offended.
Nobody's offended.
We're
just saying, nobody's offended. It's just that people need to get away from slut shaming or making people feel bad because they have a high body count. You're not doing it on purpose, because we all say it all the time, you know. So
okay, let me ask everybody a question. Let me ask everybody a question. I need y'all to be honest. Every last one of you. If you heard of a woman that had multiple kids by multiple men, right, and was never married, right? Okay, I want you to look at her. And then you have a woman who had multiple kids with one man that she was married to. Are you telling me that society looks at both of these individuals the same?
No.
No.
Exactly.
Society does not.
Let's be honest.
But is society right in doing
why.
that to her? No, society is not right doing that to her. Is that what society does?
No. I think the problem, especially in the black community, because back in the day it was grandma. Black grandma would be the ones that would check all the little girls and keep them in check and say, hey, don't you be out in these streets having everybody have access to your body and spreading your name around this neighborhood like that. Because when it comes time for you trying to get married, you ain't gonna be able to. Grandma used to say that. But unfortunately, right now, black grandma's in the club with a BBL. And we ain't got nobody shaming nothing.
That's because the black grandmothers are the same age
Grandma
as
is
their daughters.
33 years old.
No,
Exactly.
grandmas be like, honey.
Grandma in the club with a BBL today.
Number 3. Hopefully you get it right this time.
Look, okay, let's just look at what the results are of individuals, male and female, having high body counts. Okay, let's just look at the results of an individual, male and female. Let's not separate it. Let's not say it's okay for men and it's not okay for women. Let's look at both. If a man has a high body count in his community and has multiple children with multiple women that he cannot afford to obtain or take care of, is that a positive or a negative?
Negative.
He's a Rolling Stone.
Okay, so if you have a woman who has multiple children with multiple men, and none of those men are in those children's lives because it's multiple men and they can't all be in the house at the same time, is that a positive or is that a negative, people?
Negative.
Okay, so why are we sitting? Hold on. We look at the results. We're not going to look at the names. Let's not look at the names. Let's look at the results. Okay, so we like to focus on the name calling and the shaming. Fuck all that. Let's just look at the results in our neighborhood, in our community, of people who are doing this. 80% of our children will never get to experience a family environment because we don't want to shame nobody. And we want everybody to feel like, hold on. We want everybody to feel like it is okay to have casual sex with multiple people unprotected, and then a child is born, and all of a sudden it's everybody's fault. And I'm not.
No, that's not what nobody said. None of us said that. None of us said that.
Wait. Can I get this point in here? Oh my God. Okay, so high body count is not the same thing as being sexually irresponsible or sexually illiterate. If you don't understand as a woman how to control birth, i.e. birth control, if you want to be out there having sex freely, you need to be managing your reproductive system. Just the same way as a man. If you want to be out there having sex and you're not ready to get married and raise children, then you need to be protecting that. You need to be sexually responsible.
What form of protection is
having a high body count and being sexually responsible are not mutually exclusive.
What form of sexual protection is 100%?
Abstinence.
That's 100%. There's nothing that's 100%.
That's the only one.
Other than abstinence.
The only one that's 100%.
So if you want to be abstinent, then by all means be abstinent. But if you're not going to be abstinent, then understand you need to be sexually responsible, and you're also going to have to realize that there are consequences that come along with that sexual freedom.
That's what we're talking about. The consequences. You just said the perfect word.
But if you're a person that has multiple children, male or female, and you brought children in, because I believe children should be brought into the world inside the confines of a relationship. I agree with you.
I agree with you. Yes.
And if you're doing that outside the confines of a relationship on purpose, multiple times, you're being irresponsible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one time you might have had a mistake. Now you need to go on, brother, get a vasectomy, or sister, get your tubes tied for the time being, or whatever it is, whatever method you choose. Take some responsibility so that you don't continue to make the same, continue to.
Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun
fact. Either that or you go on and be abstinent.
Here's a fun fact for everybody. Almost 39.6% of all DNA tests by men in America you are not the father. And that is a result of what? Multiple sexual partners at the same time. We have individuals taking 3-4 men to court to get the freaking test, and all 3 of them are not the father. How embarrassing. Now we want to separate
for both of them. It's embarrassing for both of them that you don't know.
But that's not the problem. Is not the body count. The problem is just the lack of responsibility.
Y'all gotta let me finish. Just because I say something that's uncomfortable don't mean speak over each other.
Oh,
that's because you say something that ain't true.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is this. If
wait, y'all, he got a
a
land.
I focus on results. I don't care about feelings. Okay, I focus on results, and we have almost 40%. We have almost 40% of our fathers that are taking DNA tests and finding out that the child is not theirs. That is not positive.
That's lack of responsibility.
Exactly.
You said
that has nothing to do with body count.
That
has nothing to do with body count.
What if you was only with one person? You can't have 3 people in court to find out they're the daddy.
No,
that has nothing to do with body count. That has to do with responsibility.
Okay, and I'm saying being irresponsible.
As a man, you're responsible for when your sperm lands. As a woman, you're responsible for who fertilizes that egg. If you're not sure who's fertilizing that egg, you're responsible. That had nothing to do with the fact that you had 5 dudes.
Okay, so
you were not responsible to make sure that egg didn't get fertilized.
I've said multiple things
in that range.
I've said multiple things. I've said multiple things. Everybody on this panel agreed that when I said those things, they were negative. Can somebody give me the positives of high body count? I'll wait.
Sexual fulfillment.
I was just about to say. I mean, it's the truth though.
Experience, yeah.
I don't think you need
none of your motherfucking business. That's the bottom line.
Bottom line.
You just got possessed by Bernie Mac,
nigga. I'm waiting. Give me the positives for the black.
We gave them to you. We gave them to you.
I heard.
It don't have to be a whole laundry list.
Well, I'm trying to compare the two because we've had I got almost 5 that everybody agreed on that are negative. I'm waiting on the majority of the answer so we can say, okay, you know what? It doesn't matter because we have more positives than we do negatives. But if we have more negatives than we do positives and it's hurting the black community, we can't sit up here and then say it doesn't matter.
And
but the thing is,
body count has nothing to do with community. Or are we talking about body count?
And unfulfilled libido is not good for your health.
I didn't
realize we was tying this into the black community. Like I
we're saying the black community has nothing to do with it unless you're paying for pussy.
Yeah, but we had to separate. We had to separate body count from having kids, because if we're not talking about having kids, we talking about just straight body count, and everybody's having 1,000 people, and then no kids were born.
We wouldn't have a problem. Would that be a problem? It wouldn't matter then.
Okay, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the kid. But that's not what was on the bottom of the screen. Does body count matter? Does body count matter? Not does body count with kids matter?
The pros and cons.
We have to separate because we're having too many. We're not having the same conversation. None of us is having the same conversation.
What is your definition of body count?
We're talking about strictly sexual partners, not sexual partners having kids.
What happens with sex?
Okay, well let's do this then. Let's have the same conversation. Let's have the same conversation, but we're going to use same sex then.
Okay.
Then we got to alleviate. That's going to alleviate
kids.
Not,
because now I'm trying to jump
because it's going. The 2 men can't have no baby and 2 women can't have no baby.
They can have.
Actually, it's 2023. They can.
I'm talking. We're talking about. We're not talking about artificial assimilation. We're not talking about none of that. We're talking about body count. We're taking this conversation and taking it way off topic, and that's the reason why most of us is quiet, because we're like, what the hell? I thought we were talking about body count. Body count. We're talking about kids. Body counts are kids. We have to have one conversation. If we're gonna talk about body count, let's talk about strictly body count, about having just sex, not sex and then adding kids.
Results of sex.
There is always negative results when it's having
that's
sex.
what I'm talking about.
But the problem, but the catch is,
of random
I don't want to
sex
talk. I don't want to talk about having kids because that's not part of the topic for us.
Exactly.
We want to talk about body count.
I have 10 partners right now, and I can't have kids.
What's
that got to do with what you're talking about, Mark?
You are not the majority.
That's a hypothetical.
You said 10.
You are not the majority.
It's a hypothetical.
I have 0 partners, and I can have kids, but even if I was doing it, I would use protection. I would have birth control. Shit, like
sexual responsibility.
Yes.
Bingo.
Sexual responsibility.
All right, let's
that's what we're talking about.
We're talking, Harlem boy. Are we as a majority in the community sexually responsible?
So then let's address sexual responsibility, but body count is not the cause. Sexual irresponsibility is the cause. Then let's start getting let's deal with these politicians that won't allow sexual education in schools. Let's deal with these folks that don't want to get to talk to their children about sexual responsibility at a young enough age, realizing that 8 years old ain't necessarily 8 years old anymore. 8 years old is something they sucking dick in the coat room closet now. So maybe you need to start having a conversation with your little girl or your little boy about sex a lot younger before they start experimenting. That has nothing to do with body count. That is sexual responsibility.
So real quick. Hold on, real quick.
Responsibility, and the children have to live it.
Hold on, real quick. So can we TP sexual responsibility for another topic for another day and continue with the conversation with body count?
We ain't on here.
Because a lot of us have something to say when it comes to body count, but none of us want to talk about sexual responsibility because that's not what the conversation is about.
Okay, Hulk, let me hear your perspective on body count because I'm intrigued to hear this out of this world separate conversation that you have that deals with body count. Go ahead, you got it.
My thoughts on when it comes to body count is definitely going to be different for penetration and the person that is penetrating. The person who is getting penetrated, and that means somebody going inside their body count is supposed to be low. What? And that's strictly because that's how we look at it mentally. Men look at it mentally. But of course, for men, the people that are penetrating don't care. We want to have as many as we can. But is that make it right or wrong? It makes it completely wrong.
Why y'all giggling? He got the look. Y'all supposed to have his back. Why y'all giggling? Y'all supposed to have his back.
No,
because I separated
Martin. We were talking about Martin.
It don't. Okay, so for me, it don't work like that. Whether you're getting penetrated or you're doing the penetrating, sex is motherfucking sex.
Oh,
as long as you're there, that count is +1.
So let me ask you this, Culture Girl. If you had a daughter and she was 18,
I got one.
Okay, she's 18, and you would tell her, "Hey, fuck everybody you want."
I'm a responsible mother. I would never say that.
Okay, then. So why does it matter with our kids, but not with us?
But when she becomes grown, she can make whatever
decision. I
she
just said she's 18. She's 18. She's grown.
They don't make you grown.
You asked me about giving her advice.
Okay, so
and I gave you my answer.
What would you advise your daughter?
To have sex responsibly.
So you would tell her to be selective and be careful, or would you say, "Hey, it's just sex. You can have sex with whoever you want to, as many people as you want to."
Have sex responsibly. I'm not gonna tell her how to fucking do it.
Oh, what?
Ain't nobody tell me how to do it.
That's what we're here for. We're supposed to guide our kids.
I'm gonna do it the way I want to. She's gonna do it the way she wants to. I'm just gonna give her the pros and cons of having sex, and then I'm gonna let her fly, and she can do whatever she wants to do.
And the
it's her body
to do it responsibly. Exactly. Let her libido be what her libido is, but teach her responsibility.
What I told my daughters is that dicks are attached to mouths, and mouths talk, and mouths spread word. And every time you allow a different dick in you, that dick that's attached to a mouth is probably going to tell somebody. And
how about you teach that dick attached to the mouth?
Let me finish, Harlem. Let me finish.
How about you teach him how to keep his mouth shut?
Let me finish.
Teach him about
I will let you
discretion.
talk, sir. Let me finish.
Teach him about discretion.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Two things can be true at the same time. Listen, two things can be true at the same time. You can teach somebody to be responsible and also to be selective. Don't allow everybody to have access to your body. There's a such thing as soul ties. You get any of these people letting these randoms get inside of you, and they will make you sick. Your spirit's sick. You got to be selective as an individual who you allow, and we also got to be selective of who we allow to reproduce. The saddest part is that the lesser of the group in the Black community is reproducing the most. That's the problem right there. But if you got children and you're just telling your children to do whatever, whenever, and however, that's their prerogative. That's up to you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I'm telling my daughters, hey, be selective and do your research. Make sure this individual deserves access to your body because you're special and you're not just something to be handed around like a napkin and washed and reused. That's just me.
And Mark, just because you tell your daughters
you're right.
What you say
don't
and
mean they're gonna listen
what
at
you
all.
want them to do.
You're right.
Absolutely
Don't mean
not.
I just want to say,
whatever the fuck they want to.
All you can do is guide them.
Sir. The man that the daughter sees and how the father treats other women within his life, where his children, daughters, sons, whatever, sees that. That's what the daughters go looking for. So if they see you with your body count running in and out of your house and they there, I mean, why do they think it's any different for it to happen, with them?
Well, a good thing is to show them what not to do. Because if they see women being hoes, they're like, I ain't gonna do that. Because they know my daddy's just gonna run through them, and they know it.
I mean, what if they see women being sirs?
So Mark, let me ask you this. Some of the biggest celebrities right now is motherfucking City Girls, Lotto,
promiscuous women.
Hey, none of them bitches talking about, I'm keeping my body count down.
I know.
None of them's talking about that.
I know, and it's sad.
So what's your point?
About putting pussy on forehead.
Listen, all you're doing is helping my point because you're just continuing to use examples of how bad it's getting. And guess what, people? It's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. We got women literally in our community telling women to do things that they're not doing. Cardi B talking about, I don't cook and I don't clean, but let me show you how to get a ring. Bitch, stop lying. He got videos of your ass cleaning that goddamn house right after you got through cooking. So stop fucking lying, bitch. Okay, so stop supporting these lying ass bitches and having our young Black women emulate the bullshit that they're not doing themselves. You got Sierra talking about, I'm an independent woman and I don't need no man. Bitch, stop lying. You only
also grow up with fictional characters.
And these individuals are sitting up here spreading lies in our Black community and allowing these Black girls to try to emulate bullshit they're not living. They're not living that shit. They're married. These are married women. Beyonce, married. Sierra, married. Cardi B, married. They're married.
You can't put Beyonce in the category with City Girls.
And when Jay-Z cheated on her ass, she took her ass right back in that house and had babies after he cheated. So all I'm saying is, let's keep it real.
Okay, so does body count matter?
Grow up with fictional characters. So all of these entertainers, that's exactly what they are, fictional characters. And if they can't distinguish between the two, there's an issue within the home that they cannot distinguish that this is not real. This is, like a look. It's not real. It's not who the person is.
No, they hoes. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Disregard.
I don't believe that. I do agree that it is a double standard. It is definitely.
What's your body count? What's your body count, man?
Yeah, we got a question from the viewers on Mark. What is your body count?
What's your body count?
I don't fucking know. I'm 46 years old. I've been fucking since I was 14. Nigga,
give us a guesstimate.
I lost count 30 years ago. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. What's your body count this year, Mark?
What is your body count doing for the community, Mark?
What's your 20?
No, I'm lying. That's a lie. After February has been one. January.
January was rough. January
was a different month for me. I was in a different space in my life. But listen, let's be honest. And men, I want y'all to answer this. If a man can capture
multiple women's attention and get access to their bodies, are they not looked at as an individual who has an ability that other men want? True or false?
Yeah.
To
Okay,
other
so
men,
if a woman,
but
hold
to
on,
a
let me
woman-
finish. If a woman has the ability to capture multiple men and get access to men's body, are women looking at her like, that's what I want to be?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, me and temptation. Hold on.
Ain't nobody saying, "Oh, I can't wait to be a hoe too."
No, but
hold
women
on.
are definitely saying that they want a man.
Prostitutes are alive right now. How many women are going around saying, "I want to be a prostitute"? Also, a prostitute gets dick all day, every day. That's the pinnacle. Hold on. That's the pinnacle of a woman getting access to men's body. Is a prostitute. She gets paid to fuck. So how many women are saying, "I want to be"? Because I tell you right now, 99% of men would love to be a male gigolo. 99% of men would love to get paid to fuck. Silence, goddammit. I love that goddamn silence.
Let me say something. Mark, let me say something.
I get paid for my dick.
Mark, hold on. Let me say something.
I get lunch.
He's still talking.
I get my bills paid sometime. My phone bill got paid today.
It's stupid as fuck.
But I can tell you this. Me and Temptation, when we go to car shows, me and Temptation, I guarantee you, women look at her and be like, "God, I wish I could be that." And I can tell you, a ton of men will look at me like, "God."
She does not have nobody looks at her and thinks that she's promiscuous or a hoe.
No, I said they want to be her.
I know, but if Sherry, listen, Sherry is a respectable individual in the car community.
And the same with me. A lot of men look at me.
The majority of men who wanted to be with her did not get access. Now, what if they did? Would she be
women. No. I said women look at her and want to be her. And a lot of men look at me and be like, "God, I wish I could be him."
Can I ask a question?
All
Mark?
the time.
Mark,
I actually saw the back of the neck the other day.
I got a question for you, Mark. Why do you seem intimidated by women who take control and agency over their own sexuality?
Intimidated.
If a woman, because calling a woman a prostitute because she decides she has a high libido and wants to have multiple partners.
No. I called a woman a prostitute.
Is a sign of insecurity, brother.
I called a woman a prostitute.
That woman has as much agency over her sexuality as you do. If you want to have 5 or 6 people in a day, and she wants to have 5 or 6 people in a day, why does she got to be a prostitute and you get to be a stud? That's a societal thing. That says nothing about her value.
Sir,
you're the one who's looking up and assigning a negative value to her libido. You're the one doing that.
Can I answer the question?
Now you may.
Okay,
thank you, sir.
A prostitute, sir, is an individual who sells their body for money. That's what
you were just calling a woman. You were just calling them, looking at her as a prostitute.
No.
You heard a woman that has agency over her body to a prostitute.
Okay, I got it. I'm not saying that's not what you heard. Let me tell you what I was saying, because I was here when I said it. All right. What I was saying is the pinnacle. A male. Right? Any man would love to have, most men, heterosexual men, would love to have the ability to have sex with multiple women and get paid for it. Right? Okay, but they don't have that ability. So if most men that do have that ability, a lot of heterosexual men would want to be him. A woman who sells her body for money, that's a prostitute. That's the pinnacle. That's the very top of an individual who gets access to men's body. Don't nobody get more access to men's body than a prostitute. So I asked, are women requesting to be prostitutes? And the answer was no. Do you understand?
Do we have any commercials on this show?
Said no.
Like, I ain't seen not one commercial.
Ain't none of our bills getting paid. We ain't getting no bills paid today.
Well, we're paying the bills right now.
They take care of that shit after production.
So, Mr. McBride, can you answer the question that you impose on us? Does body count matter?
Whose voice is that? Whose voice is that?
One that ain't talked the whole
Lolo.
show.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were frozen. You said, can I answer what now?
Does body count matter?
100% it does for a specific group.
But for you, we talking about you.
Oh, you mean for the person that I'm picking?
We're saying, Mr. McBride, does body count matter?
100%.
And that's what you're sticking with.
To the grave.
Final answer.
Wait, does your body count matter or does her body count matter?
Both body counts matter because an individual male, a male's body count matters because let me ask you a question, Soldier Girl. And I know you now. You my sister now. I know you now. If me and you, and we didn't know each other, and we got together, and I didn't know the difference between your clit and your tit and your ass, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to put it, and I don't know where to lick it. I ain't got no experience whatsoever. So now you're gonna look at me the same way as if I came into the room with you and I knew exactly what to do and exactly how to do it and exactly how long to do it, and I got your body down pat and I can pop your lock whenever I want to. Are you telling me you're gonna judge me in the same manner? Yes or no, Soldier Girl?
So basically, you're
hold on.
My body count should be.
Let her answer the question. Let her answer the question. Let her answer the question. Go ahead, Soldier. Be real.
I don't want anyone that's inexperienced messing with my body.
Exactly. Now let's flip it. Hold on. Let's flip it.
It's sky high.
Hold on. Let's flip it. Okay, now let's flip it. I get with you. I get with a woman, and she don't really know how to do it that well. She doesn't got a lot of experience. She doesn't got a professional dick sucker, and she can't ride it as hard as she wants to. But I can tell that she wants to learn. But listen, the thing is this: I'm not gonna go talk bad about her. I'm not gonna stop fucking with her. If she's a sexy woman and I want her, and we're gonna get better together. Men are judged off of lack of experience. Women are not.
Mark, you're gonna cheat on her because she got whack ass pussy. You're gonna cheat on her.
Somebody because of lack of sexual experience.
Because she's not fulfilling you. You're gonna cheat on her.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
If she can't suck your dick as good as the last motherfucker, you
think I ain't been with women that ain't got the same experience as somebody I was with before? I'm not means I'm gonna go back to her. I left her dick sucking crazy ass because she was crazy, not because she's got good dick sucking skills. That's crazy.
That's the reason why most of us stayed.
Shit. You didn't care if she was crazy.
You better ask CJ, damn it.
Okay, closing remarks, y'all. We've reached.
Thank you. Good Lord. Thank you.
Closing remarks, y'all. Hey, go ahead, Denise. You're the co-host.
Listen.
We got some people that's very uncomfortable right now. Go ahead, Denise.
Not at all.
Microphone.
I mean, all I can do is stand on what I said in the beginning regarding this particular topic. To me, body count does matter. So that's it. Closing remarks. I ain't no real host.
Take the zoom in off.
Take it off. That's it.
Temptation.
Oh
yeah.
Your closing remarks.
Oh, I ain't got none.
She's the innocent one.
I am.
Lolo.
So, closing remarks. 1, do body counts matter? Absolutely not, in my opinion. Again, everybody's household is different. Thank you for having us on the show tonight. Shout out to our freaky family that watched. Y'all can catch us on every Tuesday on this same channel at 9 p.m. for After Dark. Yeah, okay. Jazzy, CJ, been dip.
Soldier Girl, closing remarks, baby girl. Now y'all can talk about all the topics we talked about, not just body count matter.
So my closing remark: continue to live in your truth, and whatever sexual activities you're into, be responsible. Good night.
Okay.
I like
it. Stop. Closing remarks, sir.
Pit stop. Skeet.
Yo. So yeah, my closing remarks is I need my love with the lust, and body count did not matter to me. I'm not even asking you, so.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Bitch ass thing. Better shut the fuck up.
Oh man, shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, closing remarks, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you on that pit stop. I'm saying I want my love with the lust and body count. If I don't know what your body count is, it don't hurt me.
Exactly.
So because I'm not gonna ask. I'm gonna be honest. Don't ask me. I ain't gonna ask you. Because if you ask me, I'm gonna lie anyway. I'm a lie anyway. I'm gonna lie because I'm pretty sure mine is ridiculous.
Sin.
Does body count? Does body count matter? Yeah, but fuck it. We all finna fuck. We all finna do some things we're really proud of.
Sin, I'm following you, man. I like that shit.
Closing remarks. If you're gonna fuck, please be responsible. We don't need to boost up these AIDS numbers and these STD numbers. So wash your balls, wash your cooch. In the words of Russell Simmons, thank you for coming out. Good night.
That shit is so disrespectful.
Body count doesn't matter. Whatever you do, take responsibility for it.
Period.
Period. And let's stop shaming one another. Let's watch the language of shaming folks and let people be who they are. Let them fulfill everything that they need in order to be happy people, because that's what's going to make a strong community. Happy people, fulfilled people make a strong community.
Amen.
Happy people.
All right, well, listen, I appreciate y'all coming on. I'm actually going to tune in on y'all's show, and I'm going to promote it. I appreciate every last one of you, and I hope to see you again one day. Hey, listen, everybody. It was another show, another week of The Uncomfortable Truth. We talked about, why do people, fake orgasms? And a lot of times it's because individuals are in a position where they've been decided that they want to be with one person, and because they've had so much sexual history, it's almost kind of hard for that person. Or it's just sometimes maybe somebody's just tired and they care more about you than they do themselves. And next we talked about, do you want lust over love or love? And sometimes individuals get the two confused. Individuals may have a higher sexual, drive, and some individuals may have a lower sexual drive. But let's remember that love and family is the reason why we come together in the first place, not for sexual pleasure. Sex is for reproduction, people, and some people use it for pleasure, but it's mainly for reproduction when it comes to the family matter. And we have to remember that. And when you come together, make sure that it's for the others and the next generation that you do so. Lastly, we talked about, does body count matter? A lot of individuals had different opinions. I think it does because I focus on the results. I don't really care about your feelings, and I don't care about the names that you don't wish to be called. I care about the results of our community. And if we continue to go down this road, if we continue to do the things that we're going to do, it's not almost, it is insanity to believe that we can do the same things and expect different results. Next week, we'll be having more topics, and hopefully we'll have our co-host JB back with us. I appreciate you, Denisha, for coming in and stepping in for her. And that is it, y'all. Same bat channel, same bat place. Next week, The Uncomfortable Truth. Good night, yo.